Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about Nick sensed trouble, hastily urging everyone out, dragging his girlfriend out like a fleeing deer, as colleagues and boss shook their heads. At that moment, the bridge swayed like it was drunk, the road crumbled. Everyone realized it was time to run. They sprinted towards the bridge end, miraculously escaping like in a movie, while most others on the bridge just stood there, frozen like deer in headlights. Nick was taken back to the station to explain himself like a kid caught with his hand in a cookie jar, but the sheriff was having none. After an expert deliberation, they concluded it was a wind issue, but the sheriff was convinced it was a premeditated attack that would leave anyone's jaw on the floor. Most colleagues perished in the disaster, and before realizing it, they attended a memorial. Suddenly, a mysterious voice whispered in Nick's ear, leaving him as bewildered as a deer caught in headlights. What is going on here? Watch your back, the voice instructed, to which Nick could only thank him with a blank stare on his face. His friends thought he faced a lunatic, while Nick felt uneasy as his buddy watched his girlfriend practice the night. The AC was as useless as a screen door on a submarine, so they fired up a powerful fan, but nobody noticed the little hole outside. Cold water dripped right onto the equipment, and just as the girlfriend took the stage, disaster struck. Her wristband snapped like a bad rubber band. She had a moment of panic, but with the coach pushing her along, she plastered on a smile and hopped up onto the balance beam. Suddenly, a screw from the AC decided it was time to throw a tantrum and dropped right onto the beam, but she was blissfully unaware as she focused into. Luckily, fate was on her side, and everything wrapped up just fine before the competition ended. A perfect ending, Candace. Let's hit the bar and celebrate properly. Up next, her specialty, the uneven bars. As she spun around, the screws started to loosen, and those in the know were in for a laugh. Unfortunately, the girl nearby stepped on a loose screw, unleashing a pink storm in an instant. The police are enacting, but no matter how many times, they can't recreate the unexpected chaos. Nicole rushed to the scene, and her friends were just as baffled. How could something go wrong during her strong suit? At that moment, Nicole spotted that mysterious man in the crowd, but just like that, he vanished into thin air. Everyone in the company was gloomy, emotions low, except the nerdy girl who thought, no big deal, just a new perspective. She figured gymnastics came with risks and shrugged it off as just another day, before walking away, causing Nicole to accidentally shatter a picture frame. But since the nerdy girl had an appointment with her private doctor, she didn't care and left behind a half-functional frame. Meanwhile, our heavyset colleague was completely unfazed by everyone else's misfortunes and secretly snagged their belongings. This guy lived by the motto that if there was a deal, he was going to grab it, and he arrived at what looked like a swanky club. The ladies here were all stunning, and he was quite pleased, even taking a moment to flirt with a picture of the old lady on the wall. But when he lay back fantasizing, he was shocked to find himself surrounded by three grandmas in their 60s. He wanted to protest, asking if they could switch things up, but the grandma's technique had him gasping in surprise. They were surprisingly good. However, the next part terrified him as the grandma thought he was too sensitive and whipped out some alcohol. Nobody would have guessed that such a simple request would remind him of a lifetime of regrets. The grandma expertly wielded the syringe, and in no time, he was poked all over, experiencing a pain he'd probably never forget. She turned to leave, leaving him to rest his eyes, but unexpectedly, a chilly gust blew through, knocking over the ashtray. The alcohol-soaked towel ignited in an instant, and the hefty guy yelled for help, but the soundproofing was so good that no one heard. As the flames intensified, leaving him no time to hesitate, he had to roll off the bed directly, and alcohol rapidly spread throughout the room, making him almost a sure victim of the relentless fire. He attempted to escape for help, but then his phone went off, causing the high-frequency vibrations to knock over the candle. Before long, the police swiftly sealed off the scene, forcing the crowd to evacuate and leaving him helplessly to roast in the fiercely blazing inferno. After investigating, the police concluded it was an accident, but just then, Nick spotted the mysterious man again. He dashed after him, contemplating to himself, "He must be stalking me. Did any of you notice him? What exactly is he up to? What exactly am I doing here? You ask me what I'm doing, and honestly, I don't even care about it. You, on the other hand, tell me what's going on. At the conference, you said you don't want to be tricked by death. I just witnessed everything. What have you seen? Many people have had bad luck. This death lies within them, and you've changed their fates. So you want to change reality, and that knife is you. What kind of situation is this? Are we doomed? Is this how it ends? Is our fate this fragile? You said we can't stop this. Then you need to die on that bridge, not linger here. You've passed away, and thus it must be this way death envelops you. And then your days can't precisely mirror others' experiences. Exactly. So we killed people to take their lives. Is that what you're telling me? I don't care about the rules, I just want to understand.